Have you ever wondered, can fashion actually be sustainable? Can it really be ethical? Well, I think that you don't have to wonder about it anymore because now we have a real life example that can show you that it is true, that it is possible, and that you can participate in it if you want to. So, if you're interested to find out more about some new sustainable, very exciting materials and some new ways of production of fashion garments, please keep on watching. Hi everyone, my name is Aurora and welcome to this video. Today we're talking about Portico brand and their new Pinasa collection that they started Kickstarter campaign for to actually start up the whole production. If you want to invest, please do. If you just want to pledge a few dollars symbolically to support this initiative, please do so. I will put the link in the description box so that you can actually check it out for yourself. First, I'll tell a little bit about Portico and then we'll move on to the materials that I use, the production, how they actually made the production of those pieces super ethical and sustainable as much as it can be. And then in the end, I'll show you the 5 pieces that made the Pinasa collection and maybe even give you some thoughts on them if I would wear them myself. Do I think that they are versatile enough? Before we get any further, I just want to quickly mention that this video is not sponsored or endorsed by Portico. This is something that I'm doing from my heart. Yes, Doris, the designer behind Portico, she asked me to talk about her Kickstarter campaign to spread the message, and I gladly said yes for no compensation or anything. I just want to share the beautiful story, the beautiful project with everyone, so that maybe someone else could get inspired as well as a new designer that's just starting out and really make your production from start as sustainable and as ethical as it can be. And of course, if you're someone who is looking for a new beautiful piece to invest in, I think that this is a perfect opportunity for it. The items are a bit spicy when it comes to the price, at least for my student wallet, but I think that those pieces might be something that you could wear for 10 plus years, something that you could hand down to other people to share with your friends and things like that. So I think that maybe these items are actually worth the invest, but we'll get to that part in the end, so just keep on watching. Anyway, first a little backstory on the Portico brand. It is a brand that is located on the Korčula island in Croatia. They have a cute little concept store and all of the items are in start very sustainable, very natural. The colors are thought through so that everything can mix and match and things like that. I was actually on their fashion show a year ago, if you remember that. It was such a beautiful little fashion show right next to the riverside, and ever since then I've been following Portico and they've been following me, so that's how I got in touch with Doris, who asked me to create this video. I hope that this video will do her justice because I'm not someone who does these kinds of promotions a lot of times, so this is new to me too, so please bear with me. Anyway, the seaside next to the Korčula island inspired this Pinasa collection. So the collection is all in white and blue to literally mimic the sailboats running slowly on the Adriatic Sea. They say that they pour their souls into this work because they believe there is a different way to create fashion, away from mass production, away from decreasing quality and often exploitative labor. They believe in producing locally, sourcing fully sustainable materials, and upcycling what already exists. Just those 2 sentences give you the idea of what kind of brand this actually is. And I want to quickly say that this isn't greenwashing. They really stand behind those words. They actually do the things that they say they do. They're not just fooling you to make you spend your money at their store. They just want to show you that it is possible to actually be sustainable. But that process starts with the designer and with the production, not just with the consumer in the end. It's not just on you to stop shopping at Zara, at other fast fashion brands. It's on those brands to take some responsibility and start acting more responsible, more ethical, and more sustainable. This brand does it, and they can show you how it's done. So please listen what they say and help them if you can. When it comes to the materials, they used 2 very interesting materials that I haven't heard of being used in fashion industry before. The first item is literally upcycled sail. So the white sail, the white iconic sail that you see on the sailboats on the Adriatic Sea, on the Mediterranean, everywhere else in the world, is the item that they used to actually create their bags. The other thing is equally exciting, maybe even more, because it is an invention. So they're using vegan leather made of pineapple leaves. My mind was literally blown when I read it because I had no idea that you could make leather of pineapple leaves. I heard about some fungi and cacti that you could actually make some vegan leather, but I never heard about pineapple leather. So that's exciting as well. The name of the whole collection is Pinasa, and that comes from the word pinatex. That is the name for that vegan leather made out of pineapple leaves. Because pinatex is something so new, I just want to quickly read to you what they say about the material, how it's made, and things like that to illustrate the sustainability of it all. Pinatex does not use any water, any land, or any fertilizer when it's produced. Pineapple leaves are a byproduct of the pineapple cultivation and would be otherwise discarded. Pinatex was found an application for these previously wasted materials. They are proud to use a product with such low environmental impact. They actually made a bit of a disclaimer when it comes to the sails, because sails are not fully biodegradable at all. Because of its nature, it can be biodegradable since it's made to endure the harsh seas and things like that. But that's why they recycle it into the bags. But that means that when you are discarding the bag, you should take into consideration the fact that it won't be degradable, so you should find another way to actually dispose of it. And I love the fact that I talk about it. You don't often see brands talking about the aftermath. So they will always do everything to sell you the item, but most of them won't tell you how to care for the item, and none of them will tell you what to do after you discard the item or how to discard the item. So I think that it is a great practice that I hope more designers will start doing, because it just makes sense. Just as you get instructions on, putting in correct trash bins, batteries, electronics, and things like that, I believe that the same thing should be done with fashion as well, no matter what kind of material it's used. Especially because we use so many different materials, it can be hard sometimes as a average user to know where you should actually dispose your cotton items, where you should dispose your polyester items, and things like that. But they're not only using sailboats and vegan leather, they're also using organic cotton. The cotton has the Global Organic Certified Standard. It covers the journey of the cotton from seed to the final product. All stages are monitored to ensure sustainability, transparency, and absence of any unethical or exploitative business practices. The other material that I use is also linen viscose blend that is 100% natural, and it is supplied from Florence in Italy, that collects the overstock supply of fabrics from high fashion houses with workshops in the area. This is amazing. I love when fashion brands do this. When you're a small designer, everything is so expensive for you, and then you have to make your customers pay more and things like that. And also there is that sustainability part that you just don't want to be part of the problem of creating more textiles. But high fashion brands, they have so much money, and a lot of that money goes on fabrics that they don't get to use because the cycle is so fast. So if you want to create items of clothing that are a bit more sustainable and affordable, the great thing to do is actually to go to such warehouses and buy dead stock or overstock or whatever. Don't buy new fabrics. The other thing when it comes to using high brand dead stock is that you get such high quality fabrics for a low price. It's possibly true that if you buy something from the Pinasa collection, you're actually buying the same fabric as in some very high expensive brand. But the thing is that it's forcing them to stay in small batches. If you're buying that stock, you're limited with what's there. So you can't just order more and things like that. So it's actually something that is limiting them to stay sustainable as much as they can. As you will see, the stock that they offer for the items to get on the Kickstarter campaign are very limited. Also, another sustainable thing when it comes to Portico and this Pinasa collection is that their packaging is very recyclable, it is sustainable, and does not include any type of single-use plastic. The other thing that I'm so excited about this brand, that makes me so happy, that literally teared me up, is the fact that they're collaborating with this amazing organization that employs marginalized groups, such as people with disabilities, to create that sustainable clothing items. So I myself wanted to collaborate with them on a few occasions for some other projects that I made, and I really hope that one day I will be able to. The organization is called Humana Nova, and they employ a few dozen people, as I said, with disabilities, who then get to work, which is not something that many of the people with disabilities can do. So you're helping them. You're also locally producing items in the country where you're selling the items, which lowers the environmental impact, your carbon footprint, and things like that. And the other thing when it comes to Humana Nova is that it is a non-profit organization, which means that the money that those workers with disability actually earn comes to them directly. It's not something that goes to someone else's pocket to fill their profits, to buy the new yacht or something like that. It's literally a reward for their hard work, and I just love it. I hope that as a society we'll go back to such ways of not appropriating other people's profits, but we're a bit far away from it in this late stage of new capitalism. But you can see such attempts, at least when it comes to Portico and similar brands. The reason why they chose Humana Nova and not literally go across the border and pay less for the production of the clothing is because they do not and will not outsource their production to developing countries or in factories which they cannot audit and are not compliant, or whose compliance won't be verified under EU and Croatian laws. I applaud this. The easiest thing to do, and the thing that most of the designers actually do, is to outsource the production from, literally the other side of the world. It's out of sight, out of mind. You don't even care if your employees are literally pissing in adult diapers, if they're hurt by the machines that they're working with, if they're literally burned in fires and everything that we saw happen in Bangladesh and things like that. And they don't have to worry about those workers having living wage. These people care. So Portico brand cares, and they don't want to be a part of that problem. So that's why they make sure that their production is 100% sustainable and ethical when it comes to not only the items that they're making or the materials that they make the items from, but when it comes to the rights of the people who are actually creating those garments. Because without them, fashion doesn't exist. Everyone has to realize that as soon as possible, because it was like that just 200 years ago, before haute couture became a thing. So please keep in mind when you're buying clothes that you shouldn't only look on the materials and things like that, you should be looking in the production as well. Portico is using Humana Nova to create the garments that are made from textiles, and they're also using a smaller goods studio that is owned and operated by women to create the bags made of fake or vegan leather. So not only are they locally producing, they're empowering two different marginalized groups in this country, and those are disabled people and women. So please, if you want to, if you can, support this project. And now in the end, when I've talked about the sustainability of it all, the ethicality of it all, and I made your wallet itch for something like this, let's see the actual items in this collection. Let's talk about what they're made of, would I actually buy them, and what amount of pledging to Kickstarter will get you what. So first, let's start with the bags made out of the pinatex. Those are the Pinasa bags, the Pinasa Velo and Pinasa Pisma bag. Pinasa Velo is ideal for day-to-day and as a roomy vacation bag, and the smaller Pinasa Pisma bag is a versatile clutch or crossbody bag, perfect for elegant dinner bag or iPad carrying case. The bottom section is made of pinatex, plant-based leather, while the top part and closure are made with repurposed sailcloth. It has an adjustable shoulder strap in 100% pinatex and a spacious interior with credit card slots and two pockets sewn into the leather. I just love when bags have sewn-in pockets in them because it makes the organizing part so much easier. The Pismo bag has the outer cover made from repurposed sailcloth, while the handle and interior are made from pinatex. Honestly, I'm super stoked about these designs. I love a good leather bag. I love a good handbag, and these bags just seem perfect. They seem like you could fit just the right amount of essential items in them. They give you in the same time very casual vibe and also very elegant vibe, which means that you could easily style with many items in your wardrobe. And the colors as well are very neutral, so that means that even if your style evolves, in time, you might still be able to actually wear this. So the thing that I forgot to mention when it comes to the materials, the fact that they're using sailcloth means that those bags are actually waterproof. So that's an amazing thing. That means that you can easily clean them. And it also means that you don't have to worry about them getting ruined in the rain, that you don't have to get worried when you accidentally spill something on them and things like that, because it is very easy to clean them and sustain. If you're someone who is clumsy or if you just want to be prepared for any weather, I think that these bags are beautiful. Especially because they're big enough to carry your electronics, and that means keeping them safe. I would get both of these bags, no questions asked. Maybe I would even get the Velo bag first. I don't know, it just feels more unique and something more up my style than the other one, but both of them are really beautiful and versatile and sustainable, so you couldn't go wrong with any of them, let's be honest. Let's move on to the clothing items. First we have the Hato kaftan. It is handmade with 100% organic cotton with Global Organic Textile Standard certification. They are sourcing the cotton from a local company, and it's made in the Humananova production. It is a long line two-tone summer piece with kimono sleeves and removable belt. It has no buttons or zippers. The cotton drapes around your body effortlessly. Its comfort, softness and breathability make it an ideal choice for special summer moments. It is available in one size, but we are happy to make size adjustments for all Kickstarter backers based on your individual needs. That's how you do it. When you're creating small production, you can't make, I don't know, 50 items of each size because it's just not either sustainable, it's not possible because you don't have so many fabrics. So it's easier to create one design and then talk with your customers, ask them what they actually need and what types of adjustments that they need, and then make them in the house. It's much better than making your customers buy items off rack that won't fit them and then have to go to the craftsman to actually make it suit you. It makes no sense because you actually bought the item. If that's what you have to do, then it's better to actually go to the craftsman in the beginning and then make something from scratch. But this is, a compromise. They're meeting you halfway and they say, okay, we have a design for you. You don't have to worry about that part. Just give us your size measurements and we'll make sure it fits you perfectly. I applaud this. Bravo. Honestly, I would definitely wear this dress. It is so simple, and I love simple dresses that you can just put on during the summer months because when it's so hot, your brain doesn't work. I really love this dress. I think that it's super versatile and it will be so easy to throw on every summer. Then we have Pia Mini Dress. This is an iconic Portico look. At least for me, most of the items that I saw in their last collection on the Fashion Week were in this little vibe, and I love it. I think that it's great to have signature looks, and it is again something that can be, manipulated to fit your body type no matter the size that you actually get it in. But this one is actually available in 3 sizes, not just in one. But once again, for everyone who purchased those items through Kickstarter, they'll get an opportunity to have adjustments made on their clothing depending on their size measurements and needs. I love this trick of having a faux belt, let's say, that helps you manipulate your body to make it a bit more hourglass or hide that tummy or whatever that you need. So, I like this one. I probably wouldn't wear it because it's not super my style and I don't know what I would style it with. and that is a red flag for me, but a red flag in the sense that I myself wouldn't buy it, and that not in a sense that you shouldn't buy it. So if this is something up your alley, please go for it. But the last item is something so beautiful that my heart aches and that I don't have enough money to buy it, and that is the tree top. It is an off-white color with contrasting navy stitching, made with 60% linen, 40% viscose mix, sourced from surplus fabrics of high fashion houses in Florence, Italy. It is produced by social enterprise Humana Nova. It features short roomy sleeves and two adjustable side extensions, which enable you to style this piece in 3 different ways. You can wear it front-tied with voluminous bow, as a wrap top, or on backside with a bow on the waist. Again, as the last one, it is available in 3 sizes, but for Kickstarter pledges, they're actually offering the size adjustments. So, I would love this top. I love versatile things. I love playing with my clothing. I love discovering new ways on how to style them, how to combine them with other things that I already own. And this item really seems like something that would be a staple, something that I could easily wear for literally 20 years if I stayed in the same measurements, let's be honest. But really, it is so classic. This type of shirt comes back in style every few years because it never actually goes away. You can find things like this from many, many years ago, and I believe that for many, many years to go, this shirt will be an it item. It will be a very statement item that is so very well blended in the rest of the outfit that you won't look like you're out of place. You'll just look very, very beautiful. And I love when clothing does that, and I love when clothing allows you to play with it. Yes, I'm always about, just throw it on and you're ready to go out of the door, but sometimes I want to have some creativity in it, some fun in it, and you can always showcase your personality more with such versatile items that can be made that can be worn in many, many different ways. Let's talk about the prices for your pledge if you're interested to actually support them. First of all, as any Kickstarter, you could pledge any amount that you feel comfortable with. So $10, $15, whatever it is, if you can, please support it. But if you want and can spare a bit more money to support them, you could literally invest in some of the items that we talked about or in bundles of such items. So these are the deals. First, we have a pledge of $129 that will get you Pia Mini Dress. Then we have a pledge of $149 that will get you one Hatu Kaftan. That is actually 50% off from the price that will be after the launch. Then for the same price, you could also choose the tree top. For $179, you could get Pinasa Pismo. $229, you could get Pinasa Velo. Then for the bundles, for $249, you could get Pismo bag and Pia Mini Dress. For $268, you could get Pia Mini Dress, Hatu Kaftan or tree top. And for $278 or more dollars, you could get one Hatu Kaftan and one tree top. Biggest pledge is $329 or more. That will get you Velo bag and Hatu Kaftan or tree top. Some of these pledges are limited on 10 people and some of these are limited on 30. So if you really want to make sure that your investment will get you the item that you actually want to get, please, as fast as you can, go on the Kickstarter and pledge the money that you can spare. If any of these items or their story or the price itself speaks to your heart, go for it, invest your money in it, and create for yourself a more sustainable and fashionable future. The goal for this Kickstarter campaign is $7,000, which is not a lot when it comes to US and such countries, but for my country it is quite a lot of money that many people don't see in more than 6 months of working intensively. So that's that. At this moment they are at $1,788. That is quite a lot of money already, and they have a bit less than 2 weeks to go. So I really hope that they will be able to reach their goal and create this new beautiful collection and show the world how it's done. How when you actually want to create something ethical and something sustainable, you can. You just have to think about it. You just have to find new ways. You just have to be innovative and creative and passionate and moral in the end of the day, to put the needs of other people, of the planet, in front of your own needs of profit, of fame, or whatever. So please, if you can, support Doris, support Pinasa collection, support Portico brand. Thank you, Doris, for asking me to spread the message of your beautiful sustainable project. I hope I made you proud with this little video. And before I let you all go, I just want to share with you the direct message of Doris with you, to show you who the designer actually is, to humanize the whole process and the whole interaction between us, the customers, and them, the designers, to make it more personal, to make it more believable, if you will, that this is not a corporate greenwashing. This is a real story of a real designer who is creating real clothing with a real message.
Hi guys, my name is Doris. I'm a fashion designer based in Croatia, and I'm a founder of a slow fashion brand, Portico, that is based on philosophy of respecting the nature and celebrating the community. And I have a very interesting project on Kickstarter. I made bags from a unique combination of plant-based leather made from pineapple leaves, pinatex, and from the sailcloth. So the collection is inspired by Mediterranean, and with bags there are also some clothing pieces that are made from organic certified cotton. Certification is GOTS, General Organic Textile Standard certificate, and also in collection there is also one top that is made from linen mix that came from textile surpluses of high fashion houses. So as you can see, the Kickstarter project is very interesting, so check it, help us, support us, share the project, maybe make a pledge, and much love. Thank you very much. Bye.
That would be all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video at least inspired you to think about sustainability and ethicality of fashion production. I hope that you might even invest in some of these items. If you did, or if you want to, please let me know in comments down below which of these items you actually want to get and why. I'm super curious to find out. For me, the biggest hits are the Velo bag and the kaftan, and then in the end the tree top. Just those three items, I could probably live in them. Since I don't have a lot of money, I won't get probably any of them. Maybe if I save enough, but who knows. But I hope that some of you are lucky enough and fortunate enough to have such money to spend on sustainable fashion. Thank you so much for watching, for liking, for commenting, and if you're subscribed, I'll see you some other time. Bye!